Hi Math 5-4. This is the video for lesson 113. It is located on page 525 of your textbook and is scheduled for Monday, April 13th. This is the last video for Monday, April 13th. So congratulations for getting this far. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to be doing some more multiplication. So if you have or if you need a sticky note, I have my pink sticky note handy for me. If you need a sticky note, go ahead and grab that now to help you to cover up, because this is going to be multiple digits, so we'll cover up some digits and not work with those for a minute, and we'll worry about only the digits uncovered each time. Okay, so let's get started. I have the multiplication problem, 14 times 430. The first thing I need to do is set this up right. I can't do this way. So we're gonna set it up vertically. I'm gonna move my sticky note for now over here, and I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna put my number with the highest number of digits. See, this one has 1, 2, 3 digits. This one has 1, 2. So I'm gonna put my number with the most digits on top. Okay, and then I'm going to put my number with the lower digits there. Now, I'm going to cover up as best I can what I'm not using. Sorry, let's see if I can do this without, my sticky note may be too big. Let me make it smaller. There we go. Okay, so I'm not worrying about that 1 right now at all. I'm only worrying about my 4. So I'm going to start down that path. So 0 times 4, and I'm going to just come down a line, but just for space, don't worry about that. Just start where you can. My sticky note's big. Okay, 0 times 4 is 0. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, so I write down my 2, and I'm going to carry forward my 1. 4 times 4 is 16. I have to add in that 1. That's 17. Okay, so now I'm done with my 4. I'm going to cross that out because I don't need that anymore. Now I'm going to cover up my 4 and not worry about it, and I'm going to start with my 1. I'm going to put a placeholder 0. Don't forget to do that, because that'll take your answer totally wrong if you don't put that placeholder 0. Okay, remember our first step is to multiply, and then placeholder 0, and then we multiply again. So 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay? Now, my next step is to add. When I add, 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 3 is 10. Write down my 0, carry forward my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 4 is 6. And then I start at the right and count forward to put my commas. 1, 2, 3, comma. And there is my answer. And I can move my sticky note. Okay? So we have done 2-digit on top multiplication times 2-digit on bottom. The only difference here is it's adding in a 3rd digit to multiply by. And it doesn't matter as long as we cover it up, and you can use your finger, or if you don't need to cover it up, that's fine too. But I always like to do this because it's easier to see what I'm multiplying when I cover it up. Okay? All right, let's move on to one with money. So with money, let's come down here. And I've got $6.20 times 31. So again, I have 1, 2, 3 digits here and 1, 2 digits there. I'm going to put my one with my largest digits on top, $6.20, and then I'm going to put my smaller number of digits on bottom. Okay? So I'm starting with my 1. So I'm just going to cover up my 3 and pretend it's not there for a minute. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 6 is 6. Okay? Now, I have to put my placeholder 0 because I'm going to the next line. Because I've done all I need to do with my 1. So it's time to move on to my next digit. Cover up that 1, put your placeholder 0, and let's get started with our 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Okay? So now my next step is to add. Okay? So when I add, I have 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 6 is 12, so I'm going to write down my 2 and carry forward my 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, and 1 plus nothing is 1. Now, I'm dealing with money. Remember, I have a decimal point up here. So when I have money, I have 1, 2 decimal places right here, the 0 and the 2. So in my answer, I need 2 decimal places. Remember, the decimal place is how many digits to the right of that decimal. And I have 1, 2. So I need to place my decimal 1, 2 right there. Let me put it in a different color so you can see it better. There. So my decimal is invisibly, it's not here, but we can pretend it's here. And it's sitting and it needs to go 1, 2. So I have 2 places after to the right of my decimal. So I need to be sure and put my dollar sign and my number and my decimal and then my cents. So my answer is $192.20. So when you're dealing with money, you have to be sure that you put in your decimal. Now, another trick for these type problems, if you have problems lining up your numbers and it's hard to see that way, you can do your problem this way. And I'll work out this problem. I'm going to come back up here to 14 times 430. I know that's kind of sideways, but you can follow me. I'm coming up to the top of my paper here. I'm going to use the lines on my paper to help me line up, okay? So let's do that. I'm going to write 430 in each in a separate line times, and then I'm going to line it up, 14, okay, and draw a line. Then I can go forward with my sticky note, and I can cover up my digit, and I can start to solve my problem this way. And when you do that, make sure you write like 0 times 4 is 0, 4 times 3 is 12, write down my 2, carry forward my 1. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1, 17. So see, I wrote each digit in its own column, okay? And then I put my placeholder 0. And then I'm going to come over here, cover up my 4, and start. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. Each digit again in its own column. And add it up. When I do that, I get 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 3 is 10. Carry forward my 1. And 1 plus 1 is 1. Excuse me, no, it's not. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 4 is 6. And you'll see I got the same answer. And start from the right and count 1, 2, 3, comma. So if you have problems lining up your digits when writing them on the notebook paper this way, turn your notebook paper this way and use these as columns to help you, okay? And it'll all turn out to be the same answer, and it'll help you line it up a little better. Or some people use graph paper. Graph paper is really good at this too. So just remember on your money, if you have 2 decimal places in your money, in your original problem, you need to have 2 decimal places to the right of the decimal in your answer. Okay. Your practice problems are on page 526 for this lesson. I hope you're all doing well and that you had a great Easter. And I miss you guys. And I'll talk to you soon.